I think you're right. Roxanne Perez just stepped in, and she's like, "I belong here." And I
Mm-hmm.
think that Roxanne should have came to the main roster a long time ago, but maybe the timing wasn't right because they didn't have anything for her or the direction that she was going to go. Now, do I think that she's going to be a main event player on the main roster when she does transfer over? I don't know because the women's division is so stacked right now, and Roxanne Perez, uh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if she's strong enough that people will want to come and just watch her wrestle and be a main event draw. You know
You
what I'm
have to put
saying?
you have to put her in the ring with somebody that can allow her to, you know what I'm saying, to get her over. We gotta put her in the ring with somebody that'll get her over and allow her to get on the mic. Like as long as she can get on the mic and talk her trash and then get it in the ring and you help her get over, should be fine.
I don't think that Roxanne is that. And I know that she's had a lot of different feuds, and I love that about Roxanne Perez. But I don't think that she's all that great on the microphone yet. And I think that she's still kind of finding her way as a heel because it's like I don't believe it. I don't know. I don't. I'm trying hard to like believe what she's saying, and I know that a lot of women don't really see her as a threat because she is on the shorter side. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But Roxanne Perez is really good in that ring, and she can go on the microphone. Like she can have banter, but I don't know where she fits on the main roster, and we'll see. It's been a lot of NXT women's call ups lately. I think the only real success story for I can't say the only because there's been two. The two main success stories from the last NXT call ups was Tiffany Stratton and Lara Vicaria.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now Lara is the
And the
is
con-
the is it the U.S. women's? No, she's the Intercontinental Women's Champion, and Tiffany Stratton is the Women's Champion right now. So, I mean, they did great when they came up, but we saw some people that didn't have such a great run. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I know I got their faces in my head right now, but I can't remember their names. um, but it was a couple of people that got called up, and it was a wet fart in the wind. They did nothing. You know
Zoe
what I'm saying?
Starks. Zoe
Uh,
Starks is one. Zoe Starks.
Zoe Stark. I can't really say that because Zoe Starks, when she came up to main roster, she got busy. Now she didn't do anything as far as like winning the championship or making a real impact because the fans really still don't know where to place her. Indy Hartwell was one. Indy Hartwell, and for some reason they brought Indy Hartwell up while she was still NXT champion, and I'm like, damn, didn't really have an opportunity to get herself over like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? She didn't really get a chance to find her footing as NXT Women's Champion before she was called up the main roster, and then she was just like a sidekick to Candice LeRae, and they did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then they got rid of Eddie Hartwell, and then Candice LeRae started going with Nia for some strange reason. But um, Kiara James is another one that they called up, and that shocked me because I was like, oh, she's not ready. Is it Katana? I'm sorry, Katana James. Is Katana James?
Katana. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Katana.
Katana. I think it's
Katana
Katana James. Yeah,
Chance.
so
Katana Chance.
yeah, but yeah, so she came up. They didn't do anything with her either, and she really couldn't find her character in NXT yet. So I was surprised why they called her up. I think when she finally did, start getting some momentum, they called her up, and I was like, I don't know where she's gonna fit in at. And so I think a
Yeah.
lot of these women that's coming up from NXT is going to have that same kind of issue unless they already have characters established, like Stephanie. Uh, what's her last name? Stephanie.
Uh, I can't even.
Bow something for
Yeah.
Vicarious something. Yeah. So NXT they have a great product, man, and they do have one of the greatest women's division in all of wrestling. I can honestly say that. I mean, they got some talent down there, but there has to be some better transitioning or something to help them get ready to transition to main roster and to get on board with how those shows like SmackDown and Raw flow. You know what I'm saying? So they can have a better fit on those shows. So, but shout out to Roxanne Perez, man. Roxanne Perez did her thing in Elimination Chamber. I was super proud of her. I mean, she was holding her own. I mean, she looked great in there, and I thought she was going to take it to the end, man. I thought they were going to put the rocket boots on Roxanne for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she did her thing, and she ended up getting eliminated. But she had a great showing, man. And I think that WWE, every time they put home on the PLE, she's been showing out, and so I think they have a lot of promise from Roxanne Perez in the future. But Bianca Belair was your winner, man, and I think that I was excited and both shocked that Bianca Belair won that match. I thought for sure that they was going to take her ass out. I
Yeah, I
thought
did too. I did
they
too.
were
I
going
was
to take her
really
out.
hoping it was going to
You
be
know what I'm
Bailey.
saying?
I was really hoping it was going to be Bailey because I'm like, that would have been, and especially with I know we can already talk about it with Io Sky winning the title this past Monday. Bailey and Io would have
Bailey would have made more sense.
yes, way more.
And Bailey and Io at WrestleMania would have been the better story. I did want to see Bianca and Rhea. I thought 100% that Rhea Ripley was going to win that fight on Monday, but they but Io Sky has always won against Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley has never beat Io Sky from NXT to main roster. And so she lost that bout because she was paying way too much attention to Bianca, and then her and Bianca started jaw jacking, which they were cool. So in this business, man, it's really hard to keep friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really hard to keep a good friend, man. And then especially when paychecks and belts come around. You know what I'm saying? It's every man for themselves, man. And I think a lot of people. I personally wanted to see Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. I've been wanting to see that for years. And they've always tagged, and I'm pretty sure that they've had some matches against each other on dark shows and stuff like that.
Well,
But
NXT, they've had
in NXT, for sure, they had some matches in NXT.
Yes.
But I really wanted to see them, who they are now, against each other. And I thought that was going to be a great match. But low-key, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, that's going to be a fire match too. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at it because even though I did want to see Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, they're going to tear the damn house down. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a great fight too. A lot of people are sleeping on that. You know what I'm saying? So
and I believe they had a rivalry on NXT as well.
Yeah.
They've had a rivalry on NXT
They
too.
have had a rivalry in NXT. And so